Senate nomination 70, Mr. Lou Yoder from Laurel, Mississippi, State and Oil and Gas Board, 6-year term effective May 8th, 2024 and ending May 7th, 2030, representing the 2nd Supreme Court District. Welcome to the committee, Mr. Yoder.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Doing great, doing great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'll give the committee an opportunity to go through the peer report, and then I'll yield for questions after that.
Sure. My name is Lou Yoder. I'm a lawyer in Laurel, Mississippi at Gilchrist, Yoder and Leggett. I live in Laurel with my wife and my daughter. I've been on the oil and gas board now for, gosh, time flies. I think it's 8 or 9 years. I've filled an unexpired term, and then I've served one full 6-year term.
All right, I was looking through your peer report. You need to file your oath of office with the Secretary of State. I saw that was missing.
Okay.
Your appointment complies with applicable state law. There was under the derogatory information, it just has a report about a lawsuit against your firm that could still be pending. Can you explain that?
Yes, there is a lawsuit pending. It's a pending piece of litigation. There's not much I can say about that, but I mean, we're certainly contesting that.
Okay. All right. Any questions from the committee? Senator Mann.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Yoder, I just want to be sure that you saw that the peer committee that said that you do not have an oath of record with the Secretary of State's office. If you filed that,
I mentioned that. I told him you need to file that.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
He did mention that. I did not know that, but I certainly will take care of that.
Thank you. Senator Barnett.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I've known Mr. Luder for quite some time now, and so at the proper moment, I would like to have a motion.
All right, I appreciate you calling me Mr. President, but you go.
Mr. Secretary.
You're recognized for your motion.
Mr. Chairman, I do advise consent.
All those in favor? Opposed? All right, that motion will carry, and we will have this sent to the Senate floor. Your pending confirmation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, may I be excused, or you need me to stick around for the remainder of the hearing?
You can go ahead and go back to your duties.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senator Barnett.
All right, next up, Senate nomination 78, Jennifer Knight from Madison, Mississippi, Commercial Mobile Radio Service Board, 4-year term effective July 1, 23, and ending June 30th, 2027, representing the Central Public Service Commission District. Ms. McKnight, can you hear us?
Yes, sorry, I had you on mute. Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you doing? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to look over your peer report, and then I'll yield the floor to questions.
My name is Jennifer Knight. I am a resident of Madison County. I've been in Madison County. I work for Madison County Emergency Management and E911 since 2012. I am married with 4 children. I have been serving this board since 2017.
All right, I noticed in your peer report, the only thing was you need to file a statement of economic interest with the Ethics Commission. That was the only thing that I saw missing. I didn't find any derogatory information, and your appointment complies with state law. Any questions from the committee?
No, sir.
The motion is we do advise and consent. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, you will go to the floor to be confirmed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Senate nomination 93 and 94, Mark Allen Rigney, Madison, Mississippi, Commercial Mobile Radio Service Board as a wireless provider representative, remainder of a 4-year term effective March 6, 2024 and ending June 30th. This also will apply to the term July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2028. Mr. Rigney, can you hear us?
I sure can. Thank y'all for seeing me today.
How are you doing, sir?
Awesome.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to look over your peer report in the interim.
All right, I'm a resident of Madison, Mississippi, and I'll be representing the industry on the board. I'm currently employed with C Spire since I started on the board in my previous term. I've been with the same company and been in the industry for since my exit from the military in 1997. Been part of the telecommunications industry, and I'm excited to serve again.
All right. Well, looking through your peer report, I did not find any derogatory information, and your appointment does conform to state law. Do we have any questions from the committee? We have a motion that we do advise and consent. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, Mr. Rigney, you will go to the Senate floor for confirmation. I appreciate your time. All right, next up, Senate nomination 104, Jim Herring. I believe, Mr. Herring, you can come to that podium right there and turn on your mic. I think you're probably privy of what the show is right now. Just tell us all the good stuff about you, and we're gonna look and see if we can find anything bad. Hit that button where it'll be green.
Green.
You're good.
Okay. What was the question, sir?
Just tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to go through your peer report while you tell us.
I'm Jim Herring. I'm an attorney from Canton. I have served the past 4 years on the Mississippi Oil and Gas Board, and it's been very interesting and enlightening, and I've enjoyed it very much and would like to serve another 4 years.
All right, I noticed in the peer report, you still need to file the oath of office with the Secretary of State. Then you also need to file a statement of economic interest with the Ethics Commission. Those are the two things that are lacking. Your appointment applies with applies with the state law. And then I did see where there was a lawsuit in 96, but it was dismissed without prejudice. Does the committee have any questions for Mr. Herring? I have a motion. If there are no questions, the motion is we do advise and consent. All those in favor? Opposed? All right, you will go to the floor for confirmation. Thank you, Mr. Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Senate nomination 110, Brad Mayo from Oxford, Mississippi, Oil and Gas Board, term effective immediately, ending March 31st, 2028.
Lou.
Hey, we've got you.
Mr. Chairman.
The main thing I saw on here, that when we were looking at derogatory information, that you're a former House member, is that correct?
It is. I'm sorry to inform the committee that's accurate. I served one term, so please don't hold that too much against me. I was the Senate page.
You've got, we need you to file your oath of office with the Secretary of State, and we also need you to file the economic interest with the Ethics Commission. And then seriously, under the derogatory information, we found that there was a lien, but it's since been paid and released. Are there any other questions from the committee?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to address that because that's something that's a little frustrating and embarrassing. We had moved and they sent notice to an old address that we owed taxes. Then they discovered our new address when they went to file the lien. They showed up. We were able to dig into it and determine that instead of $2,500 like they said we owed $197. We got that taken care of immediately. We were frustrated and embarrassed that happened, and I provided that information to the peer committee.
I can certainly empathize with you because my daughter is at Mississippi State and did not bring home the HOA bill. And I just got a note in the mail the other day after I had to pay the late fees that the lien is satisfied now on my house in Starkville. So, all right, do I have a motion? The motion is we do advise and consent. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, you will go to the Senate floor for confirmation. Do I have another motion? Rise and report. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Let's go.